Hi all, right back with more The Other Side of the Hill solo, part 49 now. Same day as I done that short part 48. So, yeah, nothing more to talk about. Let's see how we get through this second operations phase in the summer of 1943. And we're at the Western Offensive. Yeah, that's where we're at. Yeah, and there's no landing checks because hang on. Why is there only one army in Spain, Grant? No, that's what you done. That's what you done. That's what you chose to do. Yeah, sorry. I decided to protect southern Italy a bit better than Spain. I don't know. I think that is safer because I mean, if they do get into southern France, then at least we can push back into you know back into our own sort of areas. Right, okay. So Western Offensive coming up. So this could be this whole Western and Soviet offensive could be the roughest we've had regarding armies. I mean, they've really been whittled down a bit. So we have disputed. Right, no landing checks. Yeah, no landing checks because no landing marker up there. The landing marker's still down there. Now it does stay down there, doesn't it? Yeah, that doesn't come away until the end of the year, does it? And it stays, it goes on there because I think there's some negative effect to us advancing, to attacking into there. Obviously, you can't advance through it anyway. But we're not going to be doing any of that anyway. So we've got, we're going to have combat checks in Spain, which is disputed. Southern Italy, which is disputed. And Turkey, which is not. But is adjacent to Iran and Middle East. And I think that is that, isn't it? There's three. Well, there's three now. There was only two for a wee while there, but because I've landed southern Italy, we've got two armies there, two in there and one in there. So, as we know, our OBs aren't going to do anything anyway. Whether we do eventually get the OB Ost, it doesn't look like it's coming this year either, so it must be maybe 44 then. That's the one that Von Manstein can go in and do, but I mean he's good as he is out on the map anyway. So the last card was a bad one. It was card 17. We've not got many generals left. I want to say 3 or 4. So let me just. So we've got von Stuppenegel now. I know he's going to be able to do something. And we've got von Falkenhorst, which I think he's a Denmark Norway guy, and we don't have anybody there. Yeah. Okay. So yeah, von Stuppenegel in Turkey is the one. He's the only one that's going to benefit slightly. Well, we got a bad card, so why don't we go for Spain first? The last card was bad. I guess you're seeing that's my thinking of it. Whether that, it's the randomness of the cards anyway, so it doesn't really make much odds. Right, so we're going to draw a combat card to start with. Landons, yeah, combat pawns. Yeah, hang on. Right, yeah, so combat in Spain, combat check in Spain anyway. So the Western faction 1943 on the attack. And we get lucky, see, yeah, card number 6. 1943, Western faction on the attack. There's 2 aircraft rolls and 1 strategic event. Well, no strategic events left. And our air naval control on the Western Front is at 1. So I don't think anything's going to happen here. So that was a good result. Yeah, there's no strategic event. I'm pretty sure it says in the rules if there's nothing, you just don't do anything. I think that's a little bit that's got a bit of errata to it. I think it's worded wrong in the rulebook, isn't it? There's some bits like that about, like, I think it refers to combat events rather than strategic events, or vice versa or something. So yeah, there's no point rolling for this to reduce this because it's as low as it'll go. No, hang on, that's Southern Front, Grant. Yeah. We're checking the Western Front, but it's the same. It's at 1 as well. The only one we've got at 2 is the Eastern Front. So yeah, nothing doing there. That was really good then. Just double checking that. Yeah, there wasn't a strategic event. There's none, like I say, there's none left. This year. I wanted to say the one that messes with the production thing, project track. That must be a combat event then. I just kind of assumed it would be a strategic event, but let me see the last strategic event I put back in the deck, like the new year. Ultra. No, it was the last one we put back. It was Ultra. That was ages ago. I think we've been putting some combat events back, maybe. Right, anyway, as far as I'm aware, nothing happens there. So that card goes away. So good. Right, so we might expect a worse. This is defending rough, this is defending in rough. Let's go for Turkey then. Because Stupnagel has the ability to at least cancel an air hit. And Eastern Front, air naval control. Oh yeah, I've got to remember, they get extra dice as well, Grant. Oh, I've not been able to move my Aloof. I've not been able to move it up. It's been rough. Okay, so drawing a card. Again, Western Faction, 1943 on the attack. Oh, it's another one. Card number 5. So exactly the same result. Yeah, I didn't just put that card on top, did I? No, it is. Well, I think I said card number 8, wasn't it? Oh no, it's card number 6 we drew previously, and that's card number 5. So, nothing again. And remember that this one is the Southern Front, but again, it's at 1, so there's no point in me rolling air dice. Okay, right, well, I feel we're going to have to get something in Southern Italy now, though, aren't we? And that general doesn't help. So I think I would have rather had the result there and there, but however. Right, so draw a combat card again. Western Faction attacking 1943. Yeah, there we go. So it's 2 air dice rolls and 3 dice. So here we go. And again, there's no point rolling the air. This is in the Southern Front as well. No point rolling the air, but remember they're getting an extra dice because they're the Western Faction. It's at 1. Yeah, there's nothing I could do about it. So they're going to be rolling 4 dice. So what have we got? Well, we need to pick our generals. Yeah. Well, we've got von Falkenhorst. Like I say, he's only any good attacking into rough, and only if it's in Denmark or Norway. So I'm even going to bring him out the pile there. He is a 6, which means we can't use Rommel. I mean, Rommel's not going to do anything now, is it? Highest or second highest? Highest or second highest, but it needs to be lower than his 6. So we can't pick Rommel. So all we can pick is one of these 2 4s. We can't even touch the 3. And you know what? I think the 3 is the one that would maybe have. Yeah, it is. The 3 is the only one that would have helped us. That's typical. Because he's not any good. He's just on the Soviet faction. He's on the both. However, it's defending in plains. We're defending in rough. So are we as well just picking Rommel and getting him out of the way? I think we are, aren't we? No, I can't pick Rommel. Sorry, because it's got to be lower than the 6. Great. Seniority lower than activated head of army group. So who's going to be? Yeah, I should keep this guy because he's going to be of use. And I can't pick the 3, so it's going to have to be that guy. I have to pick one of the 4s, don't I? Subtract 1 hit from the allied combat roll. This is defending in plains. We're defending in plains here, aren't we? Defending in plains. Hang on, how did I miss that before? Oh, that's annoying then. So try to one hit from the Allied combat roll, defending in plains. So I do have to pick. I have to pick one of the fours. Remember, you can't. This has got to be done. It's not something you can skip. Can't pick Rommel. Right, that's annoying then, because both the generals are of use. And I suppose the 3 is. So, which one's going to be. Well, this one's only defending in rough against the Soviet faction. Reroll one, that's just dying. It's just combat roll. Control. May choose the original result or the new result. Yeah, that's good. That's good. Gives you a chance at rolling for guns. Subtract 1 hit. I mean, that's good as well, but. Yeah, and this is against the Soviet faction, so he's not any good here. So, mind you, maybe he's a better one to take, because the other one is reroll a die. Mind you, you can choose to keep the original or the new result. Oh, that's frustrating. I want to keep both of the guys. I've only got 4 generals left. That's because Rommel went back there, didn't he? That's what's caused that. And again, there's the downside to having this guy so low in seniority. Well, 6 isn't terribly low, but if it was a 7 right now, we'd be able to just chuck Rommel in and get rid of him, and that would be that. Well, actually, Rommel can come back. If the combat result is not a defeat, the player may move him back to available. Right, okay. Not so sure I would move him back, because he's not of any use in the areas we've got now. In fact, I don't think you're going to pick Rommel next year, are you going to? I know you have to, don't you? So if he was to get dismissed. Right, I'm just going to put this guy in, I think. I don't know. Well, I mean, well, depending on the cards, you're going to get attacked in these 4 areas here. This is defending in river, defending in plains, which is why I'm thinking of keeping that guy. And this is defending in rough. Defending in. Subtract 1 hit from the Allied combat roll. So I'm assuming if I couldn't cancel a tank there, could I? You could cancel half a tank. I'm guessing you'd be able to say, right, the tank's 2 hits, so that gets reduced by 1. Or is it just the hit symbol, you think? Like, as in, would it have to be that? And the fact that it was that in planes, would I be able to say, right, it's not 2 hits, it's 1 because of him? Leaving a question there, 13 minutes or so. If anybody wants to chuck an answer in. Well, let's just get rid of him then, and we'll not base that. I think. I don't know. I think I might want to play him there. Mind you, I did also say that I was just. I mean, I can't. My thinking at first was I was going to be able to take Ukraine, but I hadn't realised that the Barbarossa card was going away, and I wasn't getting a second attack. I wasn't getting an extra Axis offensive. So that was the only reason I advanced into there, and it was only because we had the general that doesn't that you don't take a reduction. So I'd probably prefer to retreat back into Debrecen. What is it? Debrecen? It's right on the cut of the map as well, which isn't helping me, but So, but then you're going to keep Walter Weiss for that combat then, probably. And hold on here. Yeah, he's a 6, he's a 7, so yeah, you could chuck Rommel into that, I suppose. Right, okay, I'm spending too much time on this. I'm going to play him then. So I'm going to play him for, this is the combat in Southern Italy, isn't it? Yeah, so he's not going to do anything for me because he would need to be defending in planes. One, Falkenhorst isn't doing anything either for me. And so we've got a 6, a 4 and a 3 left. Yeah, so that does mean careful about how you do your combats in the Soviet side, Grant, because we've only got 3 generals left. I want to say 1. No, hang on. What is the other guy not of any use? Yeah, the other guy is alright as well. He's the 3. Roll player, me roll 1 die, and ally combat roll, new result must be applied. It's not the best one, is it? But anyway, so you've got 3 generals there. So yeah, so you need to be careful about how you set up your combats. Right, anyway. Yeah, what we're getting here is 3 dice, isn't it? But they're getting an extra one for the air naval control unit 1. Okay, I think that's where we're at. We've set our generals. I get the feeling things could be bad, so I'm going to bring that Falkenhorst out. He's a ragey head, but doesn't help us here. Right, so 3 dice. And well, there is a special effect, and that would have been to roll 2 air, but there's no point doing that. So just 3 dice. However, because air naval controls at 1, they're getting an extra dice for that. There's no +1s there. No. Yeah. We'll have to watch when we get to this one. There's a +1 there, isn't there? Well, yeah, we'll get to that. We'll keep an eye on that though. One of the ones that you can mass. Right, so what did I say? 4 dice then. And air hits are going to count as hits. We are defending in rough, so tanks are only 1 hit. So yeah, we just only events are not going to be hits for us. Well, let's see what we get. We've got 2 events, a tank and an aircraft, so that's a pretty good result, Grant. Oops, that is an event. Right, there's 2 events, an air and a tank. So yeah, that's only 2 hits. Now, this is when I need to start thinking about what these combat events are. Well, there's 2 of them left in the deck. I know we have to roll yet, but there's 2 of them left in the deck, and I want to say one of them must be the one that messes with the project track. So, what is the other one, however, Grant? I don't know. Can't remember. Well, we're going to find out because we're going to draw both of them, aren't we? Right, so 2 hits for them, so that was pretty good. We've got 2 white dice, and we're defending in rough, so we get an extra white. So we've got 3 white dice. So at least 1. If we get our guns, we should be good. We're looking for 3 hits, obviously. Generals don't do anything for us. So yeah, here we go. They've got 2 hits. We've got 2 hits. Yeah. Well. Oh, hang on. Right, that was a bit of a long phone call, so where am I at? Looks like I've rolled the dice. Yeah, I did. Yeah, because I tied, didn't I? I got an event and 2 hits. Right, yeah. Okay, so I think that was the result. Well, I had them set. It's just these were lying on the table. But I recall, yeah, we tied, didn't we? Yeah, we didn't want to see the event. We did another hat. It was close, I suppose, but so it's going to be an attrition again, isn't it? Um, take a reduction, we lose our AG head. That's what it's going to be, isn't it? If we take a reduction, should we retreat maybe? Right, well, have a look in a minute. Let's look at the I'm going to open up the rule book at the land combat. That's just a defender. Yeah. Let's look at the events because we've got we've got 3 events, but obviously you can only do 2. So we've got 2 events. Yeah, the aircraft's a hit, Grant. I'm looking at it thinking, oh, it's an aircraft, but I'd looked at that already. It's down at 1. That's why they go the extra dice as well. Okay, combat event number 1 is... I think we've seen these 2. This one's a good one, but it's against the Soviets, isn't it? If USSR is not at war, well, it is. If the combat is with the Western faction, goes down the bottom, cancel 1 hit. That would have been beautiful right now. But it's only against this is a combat with the Western faction, so it goes down the bottom. Grr, that's annoying. Right, that satisfies the first event, and then the second one. Well, I want to think it's about this project, unless I'm mess things about. Yeah, it is. If there are no project markers in the project track, put this down the bottom. So I've got to be wary about starting that project V weapons. I mean, whether I've got the 2 points to spare in production or not. But if I do, this is pretty much guaranteed to appear. And roll 2 Western dice. If at least one is an air hat, move the most advanced project marker 1 box to the left in the project box. Well, you know what, Grant? It's a one-off shot, this, isn't it? If it moves me 1 box to the left, so be it, maybe. Yeah, I probably should. I probably should play the card. You know, not thinking about if that's going to happen, and we may get lucky with the die roll. It's 2 dice, mind you. So anyway, there's no project markers right now, so this goes down the bottom again. So they 2 cards. So the one that's sitting on top, however, right now, is to do with the Soviets. It'll cancel a Soviet hat, so that could come in handy. Right, that was the second event. Right, and then because the air naval's at 1, that becomes a hit, basically. Dogs. And the tank, it's in rough, so it's 2 hits to them, 2 hits to us. So it is a tie. Right, let's see about this. So, Axis combat roll. So Axis hits is equal to or less than allied hits. No advance. Oh no, that's the attacker one. If it's equal to, it's 1 reduction or 1 retreat. A maximum of 3 retreats. No retreats in a Festung sector. Right, hang on. Right, so I could take 1 hat. If I take 1 hat, we're losing our AG head because we're reducing ourselves to 1 reduced army. So it says in the rule book here, page 29, number of hits on Axis combat roll is lower than... No. It's equal to, Grant. Number of hits from the Axis combat roll is equal to the number of hits from the Allied combat... Oh, do we... yeah, we can retreat. The activated head of army group must apply a retreat or a reduction. If a retreat is applied, flip the activated head of army group in the area to its question side. Well, I don't... I mean, apart from gaining more unrest, I don't really care about Falkenhorst. And the thing is, he's going to go back to the available pile if I take the reduction here. So I think we should probably take the retreat. I mean, it's risky because we're moving closer into our territories, and this is Festung. This is Munich here, so. But the fact he's going to go back, clog up the available section again. Probably stop me from... No, I'll still be able to access the 4 that's there. Yeah, I think I should retreat. There's no more Black Orchestra cards either, so don't exactly need to worry about them. Yeah. Yeah, I think I'll do this. I think I'll take the retreat. So let's just... We've not done this for a while. So in order to apply a retreat, move the Axis control disc to the next lower number sector. So we move that down into Rome, and then move the Allied control disc to the sector vacated by the Axis control disc. So that goes into Naples. Which means he's in... Well, he was in rough anyway. But that's not going to matter. We're not going to be attacking anymore. Retreats must be applied even after all armies in the area have been eliminated with retreat restrictions. You can only retreat 3 sectors. If it was in the highest number sector, well, it was place a disputed marker. Yeah, it's not. If it was in the 1 sector, that's when it's got to retreat to another area, and then this would become Western controlled. And that things happen with that. Well, that's not what's happening. So basically, we're going from that to that, but because we're taking the retreat, the head AG. Oh, hang on. No, that's if they've got more hits than us, we would. Yeah, I think it's only the AG that gets questioned here. If it had been a defeat and we had retreated, the leading general would have been questioned as well. Yeah. If a retreat is applied, flip the activated head of army group in the area to its question side. So Falcon Horse is becoming questioned. And I'll carry on doing it the way I'm doing it. So he's in command, so I'll put him up above there. That's a combat over. This general got activated, so he's away. And the activated pile, combat cards away, is all done. That's a Western offensive. So we held the armies. I suppose we got no combat in Spain or Turkey. And we took this retreat but kept our armies in southern Italy. Whether that was the best thing to do or not, I don't know. Maybe not. Right, Soviet offensive time. Let's just get on with it. 28 minutes, yeah. I'll hopefully get through this. We'll see if it becomes a lot of... If I end up with 4 combat. Well, let's just get on that, Grant. There's four markers going out here. There's 1 disputed. And Ukraine, and then this is adjacent. This is adjacent, and this is adjacent. Yeah. Yeah, that's it. It's just the same. Right, now I did say that needed to be slightly careful. We've got 3 generals left. A 6, a 4, and a 3. So the 4 is of use if we're defending in rough, which is only going to be here. So should that be our first attack? And we can't, because he's a 6, we can only pick we can only pick the 4. There. So probably should just go with that one first. Thing is, if it turns up to be not attack, well, the last 2, no, that last card would have been an attack, wouldn't it? Yeah. Well, I can't really take the chance to go somewhere else and then... Well, he's a 7. What is he? He's a 6. Rommel can't go in there. Rommel could go in there. In fact, Rommel can only go there. But I don't want to draw and then have a no combat in Belarus. I still have Rommel in my hand. Well, once I get rid of the 4, then I've got access to the 3. Like I said, there's only these 3 generals left. 6, a 4, and a 3. So it depends what you think is going to be. I'm going to go for Ukraine first then. Yeah, let's go for Ukraine first. So, no, sorry, not Ukraine. Romania, Bulgaria. I'm going to go for the defence and rough. So, kind of hoping this is going to be one of the combats. I mean, I've got 4 there. Kind of hoping to only get 2. One of them I would take here, I think. And maybe I would take the other one in Ukraine. That's in planes, mind you. Yeah, that's the guy we got rid of there. Well, didn't really have a choice there. Well, I had a choice. The other guy was okay as well, though. So, well, let's hope that one it turns out to be not one of the combats. Then maybe I know there's two regular armies in there, though, isn't there? Right, Romania, Bulgaria, Grant. Draw a combat card. Soviet faction 1943 on the attack. Oh. Well, I should have been at card number 2. The last card was 12, and it would have been an attack. I maybe should have kept with my thinking that way. So 1943, Soviets on the attack is just a strategic event, which means nothing. There's none left. That's that done. So now I've got a general that I can't use. Right, so well, I want to get Rommel out of the way. So both of these are 7s. Right, let's go for Ukraine then. And defending in planes. Okay, let's go for it. Should I? Or should I? No, wait now. Is the list doing anything? Well, we've got Von Kukler. Our list is not going to do anything. It's Bush that's up the top, isn't it? He has the chance to cancel the special effect. Okay. We didn't get that. What? No. Right. Maybe I should go for that. No, but Bush is a 6. I can't put Rommel in there. And then Von Kukler defending in rough, which he's not. See, this is the other thing where I think I'd be better just retreating back into the Bregen or whatever it is. And then I'm defending in rough with Von Kukler as well. Right, let's take Ukraine. Right, so combat card for Ukraine. Soviet 1943 on the attack. Oh no! Can I pick Baltic States? Damn it! Anything? No, that's only when he's defending rough. Because he does actually cancel this if he's defending in rough. Oh, that's rotten. That is rotten. That's what he does, doesn't he? Yeah, look. Defending in rough, cancel special effect, reduction. But we're in planes. And I'm also still not getting to use Rommel. So that's the third card in the trot with no combat. So we've got to take a reduction there. And there's no reduced armies and the forced pool, so we've got to reduce. We've got to take the hit there. However, no combat. And yeah, I just want to get back into Hungary. I would have liked to have just had the option to have a retreat there, even if it was going to question Von Kukler. Take my chances with that. He's got a 4 confidence, so it's not bad, but well, that's the cards that come up, Grant. That's the cards you're getting. Right, well now I need to go for list to have the chance of any benefit from my general, because I want to put Rommel in here, I think. So yeah, sorry, here Belarus. So combat card 1943, Soviets on the attack. Right. None of it's going to be good, Grant. So there's a combat, yes, 3 dice, a satellite reduction, which I can't do, so that's going to become a hit. So they've got a hit already, and they're getting 3 dice. Remember, they don't benefit. Oh, their naval controls at 2 here though, so not quite so bad. Generals. Well, list does nothing, and I think we're just going to chuck Rommel in because then it'll allow me to use the 3 general for there if there's a combat. I mean, yeah, I can only do the 6 of the 4 here because list the 7. Yeah, that's right. Yeah. And we're not defending in rough. Right, okay, so I'm just going to pick Rommel. I will bring out... Is it list in it? But he wasn't helping. I'll bring him out though. So that's only if attacking into rough. So. Okay, so I've selected my generals. Remember, they've got 1 hit already. We're going to get 3 white dice. They are getting 3 dice. And they've already got a hat. It's red dice, correct? These are the Soviets. But an air naval hat, 1 aircraft hat wouldn't be a hat. It would just, well, I've got more than 1, and then the next one's right. 3 dice. Here we go. Just checking. Special effect. We've already applied it. Becomes a hat because no satellite army. No pluses. Air navals up 2, but anyway, they don't benefit being Soviets. No +1s. No. Right. Okay. 3 dice. Ugh. Oh, it's in planes, is it not? Oh no, that was Ukraine. Right. That's 3 more hats. Oh dear. We need the guns. We need the guns. So yeah, so 3 hats on top of the 1 hat that they were already getting. So they've got 4. We're getting 3 white dice. And our generals are doing nothing. Yeah. Where are we? We're in river. Yeah, if we retreat, we're going to lose a resource here as well. Right, let's see if we can get a couple of guns. Oh, we got 1 of them. Oh, what did they get for? Yeah, we needed 2 of them, didn't we? Right. Well, then it's a defeat, but it was only a defeat by 1, isn't it? So that doesn't count. The combat's in river, so the tank only counts 1. 4 to them, 1, 2, 3 to us. Okay, so this is in Belarus, isn't it? So the difference is 1. Axis defender. Allied hits greater than Axis hits apply 1 reduction, 1 retreat for every hit in the difference. But this time, if we retreat, the AG head and the leading general will be questioned. I don't want to retreat though, so I think I'm just taking the hit. I'm gonna. So I won. Yeah, and if I take play 1 reduction, 1 retreat. Yeah, nobody's getting questioned. So I take the reduction. I don't want to lose the resource, and I would be going back into planes as well. So just need to hang in there, I suppose. So that was the 4 hits to 3. So yeah, it was just a difference of 1. So nobody questioned. We stay where we are. Combat card goes away. List goes back in command, and that's Rommel now. Oh, that was a defeat anyway. So if the combat result is not a defeat, put him to move this card back to available. But I wouldn't be putting him back anyway. It says May, so I would be getting rid of him anyway. So we've got a 4 and a 3 left. The 3 is the only one that's of use in this combat. Well, no, you're not going to get to do that, are you, Grant? I was going to say in the fall we would be still useful in here, but in here that other general, but I need to be drawing cards with no combats between now and reaching that one. It's actually possible, but very unlikely, I think. Right, so the last combat to check is in Baltic States. So 1943 Soviets on the attack. We get the reduction again. So, okay, we're having a shot at this then. So, no combat. We've got the special effect reduction. Let me just get Bush out of here and make sure we're getting that right. So Ernst Busch is our, and remember there's no combat, however he's our AG head, so he can possibly cancel that. So if the roll it's defending, well, no, yeah, it has to be defending against the Soviets in any terrain. We're defending in rubber against the Soviets, right? So we roll 1 grey die. If the result is a hat, we cancel the reduction special effect in the combat card. I mean, that's the only thing we're looking at here. So, grey dice, we're looking for a hat. Come on, we could do with this. Yes! Almost rolled off it. Okay, excellent. We cancel the special effect reduction. 1943 Soviets attacking. And there was no combat, so that comes off. Well, Ernst Busch goes back in command. Yeah, he's fine. So that was, yeah, and actually no combat up there, so we've still got the 2 generals left. So we might get the use of that guy. I doubtful, but okay. I mean, I think that sort of went all right for 2 offensives. It's going to be horrible. 1944 in the summer, it's going to be horrible. Well, if we get there. Okay, that's the Soviet offensive done. Military director's objective check, we didn't have one left. Supply check, nothing's changed there. Victory check, and nothing's changed there as well. So back to the bombing of Germany step. However, we're moving now into an administrative phase of the fall, or the autumn, if you like, of 1943. Okay, so we'll get a chance to get some replacements. Yeah, just looking up there, Wehrmacht replacements are at 3, Luftwaffe at 2, Strategic Warfare at 1. Right, another interruption there, which was away for quite a few minutes. What was I was just talking about what's ahead, I think. Yeah, looking at the production. Yeah, hopefully we can get some. Now we do have 2 reduced armies, well, loads of armies here, so hopefully we can make something. It is only 3 replacements though, you know, it's like, I mean, yeah, I could put 2 of these out and upgrade 1 that's out there already. That's probably what we'll end up doing, I suppose. Something like that. And then we'll need to see, our production stayed at 13 anyway. No, it didn't drop any. Okay, I'm just going to leave things for now though, because I've run out of time. It's not a bad place to stop, isn't it? Just moving it in the fall, 1943, administrative phase. So I'll get back to that when I can. Probably not now till tomorrow, I don't think. But I'll be back when I can. Okay, cheers.